Hello, today will be just a thingy, I guess. Also, I'm gonna try to see if I can fix this. Alright. Input audio. From hello, okay. Add audio capture. Is this working? Alright, it's working. 3 quests up right now, so I'm gonna do these 3 quests before getting any other quests up. And you stay away from me, lady, because you're weird. Weird. Actually, I said. Also,
What do you think happened to Miss Middledore?
Sid, you have to help.
With what? You didn't take apart another of Mid's contraptions.
No. Well, yes.
It's Miss Middledore. Very strange. She's barely ever around.
When she is, she acts like we aren't even there. Her head's in a crowd.
In the cloud.
That's what I said.
Well, she does have a lot on her mind. When did you last...
Not long ago. Ah, right after she got back from saving you.
Then it's probably just about the Enterprise. It did take quite a battle.
You didn't break it, did you, Sid? You really should be more careful around Mid... Don't listen to her. Even if you did break the end...
But who's gonna put Miss Middledore back together?
Why don't I go and see if I...
You do that. She's in her dungeon.
Don't scare him.
Thanks for the warning.
aiming higher. Okay, let's. This sounds like a job for Clive.
Mid, if you have a...
That's it! I knew it! The answer was right here under me. If this doesn't steer to the skies, nothing will.
To the sky? You aren't trying to give the Enterprise wings, are you?
What else would I be doing?
The children seem to think you're avoiding them. Is this really so important that you need to...
The Enterprise is already the fastest ship in the realm. And that's with this. But what if she weren't bound to the waves? What if she weren't bound to anything else? It's not fair. The gods get the skies all to themselves, so... I'm gonna do something about it. The Fallen had their chance, but they relied too much on magic. And see where that got them? But not me. I've discovered how... Well, almost.
And is that a one-woman job?
Are you volunteering? I'll have you know the Enterprise. If her godfather's offering to lend a hand, first I'll need oil, and not just some old drippings from Miss Molly's spits in the tub and crown. Refined stuff, like they make. Then I'll need some bone, or shell. Light, strong, preferably no longer attached to the beast it belongs to.
If it's beast bones you're after.
No, they'll know where you might find some. You're the one who offered to help them.
I should speak with one of the curse breakers before I set off for Old Hill. See if I can't find this bone while I'm there as well.
Boom!
Middledore mentioned a new project. Yet. Miss Shirley says your books made quite an impression on the children. You've inspired them all to become writers themselves.
Is that so? We'll need to find some more parchment then.
I gotta finish a few of these oh, Torgal. I need to help my dog. Always help the dog.
Pining for something. What is it? I never did ask where you got that anklet of yours.
From Sid, that's why. On the day he brought him home.
that long ago.
And you're only thinking to ask this now? Sid saw that the pup had a habit of gnawing on his leg. Clapped that there iron on him to keep him from doing it.
What was wrong, boy?
I'll take like as not. Must have been hard on the poor whelp losing his loving masters at such a young... Doubly hard in being a frost wolf. Torn away from his icons and all. Sid would always tell him, you want that iron gone? You find what it... I reckon what he were looking for.
I'm sorry, Torgal. Sorry for making you wait. So let's get that thing. Indeed. You miss Sid as much as the rest of us, don't you? You want me to go with you some?
Quick, can't you? Glad you've been paying attention.
Not nearly as much as you have.
Aye, good thing and all. It's not like Gav would have kept him in nuts and rubbed his belly these past 10...
Your kindness is appreciated.
Only because he doesn't talk back like the rest of you.
Probably would if you could.
Where to then, Torgal?
Is there another? Oh. Run! Like the
Say what you
wind!
will, Lady Karen has seen our show.
There's the skies.
All right, Torgal. I'm going to need a little bit more than that. Do you have a better hint for... Unless... You've already given me one. Why don't we try the rook? I haven't been to the island. To Port Isolde. Fingers crossed the old mooring is...
Joshua!
Ah, Clive.
Joshua, what's wrong?
I've received word from Cyril. The Undying have found Father.
His will.
In the crypt, beneath Rosal. After Kupka was kind enough to drive out the Imperials, the Undying took the opportunity to recover what relics, and in the process of doing so...
I'm surprised anything's...
Cyril asked that I join him in Tabor at my convenience. I have been...
Of course. I want to know what's in that letter.
Very well.
It's not a priority right now, but you'll be prioritized later. For now, I'm gonna talk to the paper.
Sid, I was wondering if you could help.
It depends what we're...
A bearer, but recently freed from his bonds, is keen to join the curse. As you know, the work we do is not easy, which is why we test every...
I don't mind, but...
Because he wants to be a scout. Our ranks are filled with men and women capable of breaking chains and putting slavers... But scouting, we're few with the nose for that, which is why we still rely so heavily. And since he accompanies you on so many of your missions, I thought you might be better placed to...
Sounds reasonable.
So you're happy to oversee the boys' test, then?
One can never have too...
Truer words, Sid. I'll let the initiate know, and that he is to proceed...
No time like the present.
No time like the present.
Let's not prioritize that yet. I'm gonna do all of it. All the side quests.
Reach. I don't suppose they could have chosen somewhere closer.
All right, Sid.
Only if you earn it. Mid needs a piece of light but durable bone for her next project. You've encountered...
Most bones are the same. Whack 'em hard enough and they'll break. If it's durability you're looking for...
I do. Will any old adamantus do?
Well, with shells, the older the harder. There's a rumour of an ancient adamantus down in Carava, but don't expect to make quick work of the bastard. There's a reason it's lived as long as...
I'll keep that in mind.
Vivian?
Vivian. And I'd be happy to help you find the book.
Thank you, Clive. But tracking it down will...
Please. You have always granted me your wisdom, and it's only right that I return.
You are too kind. Alas, what I ask of you is rather more trying than delivering the odd lecture. I spoke with Hippocrates to see if he had any inkling as to where... But perhaps it...
If you say so.
Forgive me, Clive. But this book, it set me on the path to becoming who I am today. Its importance cannot be overstated.
So do I talk to Hippocrates? Oh yeah.
Ah, Hippocrates. I've been charged with locating a book.
And you seek a rare one whose name I had not thought to. You've been talking.
Right as always, but she didn't seem keen to tell me very much. I take it she didn't like what you had to say.
And yet I gather it did naught to Clive, if the young professor has tasked you with obtaining it, I fear she asks the impossible. The executors would not.
The executor?
Coveters of secret, a clandestine organization committed to the collection and intenebration one such text being the tome Vivian seeks, chronicling as it does the true history of the tale which could overturn the established order were it ever to become white, or so rumor has it. I've never actually read the thing, or even set eyes on it for that matter.
How is it that I haven't heard of this organization?
Why, secrecy is the executor's watchword. They lurk in the shadows, emerging only to seize that which must be seized, be it books, inventions, or people, before disappearing again, leaving nary a trace.
Which would explain why Vivian's copy was snatched from her grasp not long after she found it.
By the hand of the executors, yes.
But what drives them? Self-interest or ideology?
Fine question. Sadly, all that is known of the executors can be recounted in a single breath. You may just as soon ask me of their origins, numbers, or the identities of their leaders. Any answer I give would be pure speculation.
Then my hunt was doomed from the first. What was Vivian expecting? That I'd pluck it from thin air?
Not from thin air, no. From ash. Rumors of the executors are rife among the scholars of Storm, but rather less so across the... I had a friend in the... Alas, I have heard naught from him since the skies fell dark. But, though he did not mention it by name, it is possible if you were by some...
Very well. When I next find myself, I'll be sure to pay Garnica.
Here we go! Oh, why are you still here, Josh?
Midsoil. After what happened here, it's a miracle there was any left at all.
Let's kill some goblins. It's Jover. Goblin coin. What am I doing?
Ambrosia won't help me here.
Right, Torgal. Use that nose of yours to find the oil. Other. Guess I don't need your nose.
This should be it.
Follow your nose. Ah, shit. I was doing other things. Go back to fighting, goddamn.
Better already.
Guess it's the shack? Oh, it's the...
It's still here. After all these years. A lot smaller than I remember. And you're a lot bigger. You might have to swim, boy. I wasn't being serious.
You two go on without me. I doubt that boat will hold a third.
If you're sure, we won't be long. Hop in, boy.
Hop in, bull.
This place hasn't changed at all. The rookery's right through those trees. Come on. Race you there? I bet I could still beat you.
This would be a great place to live after all that adventure.
Here we are. This was our hideaway. Wasn't it, Torgal?
Was it just you and Torgal, or was there a certain someone with you?
Coming here helped me to forget who I was. Or wasn't. Prince, shield. Son his mother could love. Had I been any one of those things? Perhaps. What is it, boy? This is all from the castle. And Phoenix Gate. Did you bring these here?
Oh!
My sparring sword.
The old sword.
Well, well. You never stopped looking for me, did you, boy? Thank you, Torgal. For never giving up.
God, look at that pulsing energy
Never
from him.
forgetting.
Oh God.
Let's take this with us, shall we? So I don't forget either.
Stupid, adorable dog. Probably have to fight something now.
That's not the way back to the... All right. I think I know where we're going.
Weird, I need it. Not prioritizing you.
People always talk about the importance of putting the past behind you, but without it, we wouldn't be who we are, and we certainly couldn't steer our way to a better tomorrow. Come on, Torgal.
Quest complete. Huh.
Sorry for the wait. We're ready.
Let's go fight the goddamn turtle thingy. Actually, let's go.
Your Grace, my lord, I trust your journey was not over.
Cyril.
Yes. If you would do us the honor.
I know that I ask much of you in this coming war, but I see no other way to secure the future for our duchy and our family. Yet even should we succeed in subsiding the savages and winning back Drake's breath, the threat of the blight still looms. And only with all Rosaria striving as one might we at last overcome it. I had made plans to see us through, but such as the obstacles that stand in our way, it should likely fall to you to continue my work. I know that you have the strength and the courage and the will to do so. This shall be an arduous inheritance, and so I offer you another, that you may be reminded of the love and the faith that I hold for both of you, your father.
An inherit.
It would seem the late Archduke penned this missive shortly before
the day before we left Fifi.
What are these plans? His plans for the duchy, Your Grace. Your father entrusted them to my predecessor, the former bearer of the Burning Quill, who entrusted them into the complete
emancipation. But your father's dream did not end there. His Grace also spoke of building hospices to care for those stricken by the curse, and the founding of a new university to further the development of Non, with the blight spreading ever more widely across the twins. Archduke Elwyn saw this.
He wished to see men and bearers treated as equals. To see said small wonder he did not think it achievable within his lifetime.
But he thought it achievable nonetheless. Had he not, he would never have, nor would he have entrusted those who would have stood with you, shielded you from the machinations of the less benevolent.
It's a pity only they has to...
'Tis true that those most loyal to your father were the first to suffer, that but one at least remains. And she has come bearing...
What do you mean?
Mayhap it is better that, after all, the duties entrusted to me by my predecessor extended only to recovering His Grace's will and arranging a meeting with the one who might execute it.
And where is this?
She awaits you in the archive.
Thank you, Cyril. Shall we then?
Oh, probably like their great aunt or something.
The Undying are not the only secret fellowship in this realm, you know. There are others, each working for their own ends. Why, not so very long ago, a society committed to discovering how one might cast magics without a catalyst was found to be operating throughout Valisthea. They were denounced as heretics, rooted out, and driven from our shores, never to be seen again.
My lord. I am Goditha, retainer of House Rosfield, loyal servant. Your father, the Archduke Elwyn, entrusted me with the delivery of a gift. I only...
Lift up your head, lady. You have our gratitude. For your...
I merely did my duty. As in...
My lady, perhaps you could explain what exactly is the gift?
As I'm sure you know, it has long been the custom for the children of House Rosfield to be presented with certain keepsakes.
Indeed it has. Our father often spoke of the day when our turn would come.
And had he lived to see it, he would have presented you with the... Alas, he did not live. Indeed, he was taken from us. He had intended to claim the Heartstone with which each armband was to be finished, but it was not to be.
I see.
It saddens me to bring them before you. It was your father's wish that you be presented with the finished articles, not the... but with his grace long since gone, and the stone left unclaimed. You are grown men now, and his house. And while I would not presume to insist upon your claiming the Heartstone, I know that nothing...
Thank you. What say you, Clive? What else? Of course, my lady.
Oh, I am much...
Do you know where we might find it?
I do. Though it may be a matter of a good deal more than simply it is found in the bellies of elder griffins. We do at least know where to find one. A certain specimen has made its nest in Titan's wake.
A certain specimen?
You are most perceptive, Your Grace. In answer to your unspoken... In fact, this is the very same beast your father meant to slay. I have been tracking its move. Were you to slay it in his stead, as men of House Rosfield?
What say you, Josh?
What else? Titan's Wake is to the south of here. But we must not be hasty. The good lady has been disappointed once already.
Well, two things. I'm gonna go kill the Adamantoise first. Unlock this quest.
Lord Marquis?
What is it, sir?
One of our brethren lately journeyed across the strait in order to pursue a new avenue of inquiry. He sent an owl some while ago.
Was he surveying another fallen...
No. The object of his study was a savior cult that has arisen in Ash in recent years. We believe it may have some connection to the Circle of Malleus, an ancient religion that worshipped Ultima as its god. By gaining an understanding of this new faith, we hoped to learn more of the Circle's original beliefs.
And so you sent one of your brothers to Ash? A continent teeming with orcs and Akashic?
Fully cognizant of the risks, yes. I entrusted the mission to one of the most able of our order, the Third Chair, a master of the arts of combat and survival both. Though he has been silent, yet it seemed, for as you so...
But Ash is a big place.
Perhaps. Mickleburg was its name. It lies in if or...
Right.
You are much to go then, with my hopes.
Not prioritizing that yet. I need to do things here. Kill that Adamantoise. Oh, there's another quest over there. I'll do that later. First, the Adamantoise. My blade. Requires quenching.
Ready, go? Run like the wind. Here we are again. Carava. If you were a tortoise, Torgor, where would you hide? It looks like we found him.
Enemy slain.
I better get these materials to Min so she can... Let's go. Eyes peeled, Joshua. There it is. For House Rossfield. Too slow. Well done, Torgal. Kill! I'm hurt, Torgal. Nice try.
Mega flare dodge.
Farewell. Is this the Heartstone?
I expect Lady Goditha will know.
The griffin is...
And the Heartstone?
Yes. This radiant luster, like frozen flame. It is just as your... Thank you, your father would be...
Lady Goditha.
Thank you, Cyril. I will be with him shortly. If you would excuse me, I shall have the stone cut. The armbands are complete. Pray, take them. They are yours, after all. Heartstone is harder and more enduring than garnet, or even ruby. It symbolizes unwavering will and devotion. And the graven vines encircling the stone represent the unbreakable bonds between you.
It's a message. Father knew we had enemies both inside and outside the duchy. Enemies who would thwart his vision. Only with unwavering devotion would it ever be realized.
And only if we stood together, as Phoenix and Shield, as brothers in arms, only then might those enemies be overcome.
Indeed. His Grace knew the enormity of the task he would entrust to you, his heirs. But this was more than just a message. It was a promise. That he would always be with you.
Thank you, Lady Goditha, for remaining the steadfast custodian of our father's will.
Forgive me, my lady, but there is something I don't quite understand. The Undying told me that after Father died, Mother claimed all of the ducal treasures for her own. Even if the armbands were incomplete, she would surely not have overlooked them. So, how were you able to keep them from her?
Because I was the keeper of the vault. Though I was but a lowly servant, your father spoke to me of his intentions for the bands, of the deep love he had for both of you, and his hopes for your future. In the days before the disaster at Phoenix Gate, I discovered that the Duchess had ordered her jewelry be sent away from the castle. It was then that I knew she meant to betray us. I tried to warn your father, but it was too late. When word...
One moment.
fire reached Rosalith, I knew my time was short. So I took up the armbands and I fled into the night.
And thank the family you did.
Yet my duty to your father was incomplete. Not knowing what else to do, I followed the griffin, thinking I might claim the Heartstone on its passing. And so my pursuit continued. Until Lord Cyril, he informed me that His Grace's will had been recovered.
Lady Goditha, on behalf of my father and all the people of Rosaria,
as do I.
Thank you, my lord, for coming back to us. Forgiving my service.
The bands suit you well. It must be gratifying to finally receive the inheritance that was denied you for so long.
It is. And we thank you for the part you played, Cyril.
If you would permit me to play my part a little longer, might I suggest that you make your way? Let him see that you have...
I suppose it would be... What do you say, Clive?
I think we should. I was hoping to be able to offer him my thanks before we left for Origin.
Your father's helm is enshrined there. It has been since the day we recovered it from Phoenix Gate. I prithee claim it. For it too is a part of your inheritance, and I do not doubt that your father would prefer it in your hands than perched upon some lonely rock.
Thank you, Cyril. Come on, Clive. He's waiting.
Sorry about that. Where's Duke Irwin's memorial? But first, another quest! Dalamil!
Why the hell would Victor take the bear's side?
For a share in Lubor's ill-gotten gil, perhaps.
Here to help me? Thanks, but I'll be traveling light.
You're really going to go through with this?
I am. But before I go...
If it's within my power to help you...
It's the children. I refuse, and if I leave them here, they surely will. Our friendship would see them ostracized. I can think of only one place where they are certain to be...
Of course.
Thank you, Clive.
Lubor, are you still here?
What is it, Verda?
There's been a flood in the Velcroy. A damn big one. The League of Outlaws encampment was completely submerged in East...
What?
Every last one of the bastards has turned...
Bandits are one thing. But Akashic bandit, we need to evacuate. Verda, gather the Akashic may strike at any moment. We must make ready to... Well?
Yes, my lord.
Clive, the children stay with me for now. I need you to find Conrad. Tell them to prepare for a full and...
Understood.
I'll do what I can to convince everyone else.
Probably should prioritize that, because I'm here already.
You have to listen to me. They're coming. We need to...
Why do they always have to make such...
What do you want?
To pass on an important message. There's been an ether flood. Now, the camp where the so-called League of Outlaws were gathering has been... They're no longer just bandits. You need to begin preparing for a...
Oh, do we? And...
Lubor, you may believe his lies.
But why would he lie about something?
Some twisted attempt. If he had not been unmasked, a great honor for one of his. One he might well feel aggrieved.
Lord Underhill, forgive me, but Lubor cannot be
You may not trust me. But for the sake of your people, if there is any chance...
There isn't. Now be off with...
You're making a mistake.
Come, Clive. If our words will not move them, then we must find another way to help save the town.
You're right. Let's speak to Lord Furder.
I think we'd better shut up.
What's Lubor raving about now?
Lord Furder.
Sid, what's wrong?
I went to warn Conrad and Natalie. They've convinced themselves that nothing Lubor's a bloody fool, which means the town guard can't be counted on for support. But I can. You only have to ask.
I appreciate it.
Sid! Further! I've been looking for you.
Victor.
I couldn't abandon, and Lubor is in need at this very moment.
You have to believe me! The Akashic are coming! They don't eat, they don't sleep, they don't tire, and they don't care who they kill. They're unlike anything that's come before. There will be no parley, no mercy granted! We may have saved the town once, but this is different. I do not ask that you forgive me, but please believe me. If you do not run, you will die. You will all fucking die!
You'd like that, wouldn't you, Bearer?
Yeah, with us out of the way, your kind will be free to claim Dalamil for yourselves.
You should run!
Run, Bearer!
Yeah, run!
Run!
Far away!
Run!
Just go on!
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes! Go!
Come on, then.
Go on! Go!
Just go.
Lubor. Wait. Someone's coming.
Go! Come on!
Stop! You're hurting him! What did Lubor ever do to you? He solves all your stupid problems and he keeps all of you safe. You know there's nothing he wouldn't do for this town. Who was it who made that cleaver you use every day, Conrad?
And what about your counting table, Natalie? Who fixed that?
Whose men make sure the streets are clean so all your boots don't get dirty?
Who spends all day, every day making sure things run smoothly around here? And none of you ever say thank you. Ever.
But did Lubor ever complain? Well, does he ever stop smiling?
He keeps this whole place going. And you act like it doesn't even exist.
Lubor. We've heard enough.
Wait!
We will not run. The town guard will not abandon the very place it is sworn to protect.
And I will not give up for lost the stores that we labored so hard to fill.
So tell us, how do you propose we deal with these Akashic of yours?
We won't run, but we will fight.
All right, then. Fine. Gather round if you don't want to die.
Allow me to explain. The ether flood occurred near the village of Cheratina, deep in the Velcro. The place had been abandoned until the League of Outlaws decided to make it their... Now they're all turned, and if the scouts' reports are correct, heading in this direction.
They are mindless monsters, driven only by hate and rage. With the bandits, we at least knew how and when these creatures come. Dalamil, the town guard will muster at the north. Both forces will provide men to serve as scouts and messengers, ready to spread word. And as soon as it has been, we will converge on its position and see that it is driven back from Dalamil. Conrad, can I count on the support of...
Always.
I leave the selection and coordination of the messengers in your... and the command of our men in yours, Ferda. If you would consider it...
As you wish.
Natalie, I would ask that you and your people have the time... and tell the merchant not to waste time securing anything beside the essentials. Preserve... As long as we survive, our riches can be regained. And if anyone doubts that, let it be known that the Briar's Kiss stands ready to cover...
Very well.
Where do I fit into this? Where else but the most... I would like you to travel to the home of our main host is most likely still there. And Dalamil will not be...
A little gardening?
I doubt it. I have a feeling these weeds will be particular.
Luckily, so am I.
So you are. All right then, now it's simply a...
Maybe I should just finish one at a time instead of going everywhere all at once and being very ADD about it. But hey,
like everyone's
piece
ready.
of candy.
I'd better not keep them waiting.
Hey, piece of candy. Hey, a piece of candy. Might actually have to separate these into two different strains. Maybe I shrink them on.
The flood. What's waiting for us inside?
Hello there, Akashic.
Can't leave a single one alive.
Ooh, there's a mage over there. Akashic hunting net. Oh god, I forgot it. Fantastica! Anyone in buff?
The League is I should get back to Dalamil.
All the Akashic we were able to find seems that might be the last.
Last of them here.
Lubo, Sir Clive has returned.
Clive!
It's done.
I knew you wouldn't.
Thank you, my lord.
Friends, the Horde has been driven, and we need not fear the arrival of victory is...
We bloody... Lubo, after all you have done for this...
But we did. We only hope that...
We need you, Lubo. So, if you would...
You do remember...
We do. But that is not a stain on your It is a stain on ours. We thought only of what we perceived bearers to be, not what you truly are.
I see. But I will only accept...
Name them.
Firstly, that you will both do everything in your power to... If the Town Guard and the Merchants League do not accept my leadership, it... Unity is the key to defending Dalamil. And I do not doubt that we shall need to call on our combined strength again. When that time comes, I will expect us all to pull together.
Of course.
And secondly, you will accept that if I am to lead, the mistreatment of bearers must... Any bearer within our walls shall be afforded the same right. They will not be judged by what they are.
As we failed to do, and came so close.
We agree to your conditions. And we have only one in return.
Condition well then, it seems...
Well, there's another place bearers.
How fickle fate can be. Not so long ago, I had resigned myself to leaving Dalamil in disgrace. And now, I find myself her leader. Here. For everything.
Another plaque?
Lubo.
Fear not, you are of course relieved. I would sooner face another horde of Akashic than see them brought up as out. I'll make sure they're safe.
I don't doubt that you will, and not just the children.
I'll do. Can't have all your hard...
They're Ultima. They're also Ultima. I can feel it. Quest complete. Let me see. Items. Here. Berserk growing on. Maybe. Depending on what I have. Oh, yeah, Founder's Grasp. Give me this. Is this the dad thing? Big ol' sash. The Ragnarok Zeta.
I knew I was right not to give up on Lubor. He'll make a wonderful man. You mark my words.
Aye, he served the town well enough, but then he is a bearer, born to serve. Long may it last.
He's like, he's a bearer. They're meant to be people.
A bit of much-needed peace. Not that it will last. I know. Thank Gilbert the beasts never found their way into our cellars.
Ginger and ginseng.
How about a few spicy sausages to put in your pot, eh? They'll warm you up no end.
The
Drake's balms are still selling well, you'll be pleased to know.
So, you're going to join
The fellow who used to run this stall took to his heels right after the Fang fell.
Well, if he returns now, we'll gladly welcome him back. As a customer.
We were set upon by a horde of mindless, murderous Akashic, and yet not a single one of my pieces suffered the slightest scratch. A coincidence, do you think, or craftsmanship?
So now we have a bearer as a mayor. People will flock from all over the realm to see this.
As long as they enjoy the entertainment while they're here. How about a few spicy
Drake's
sausages
balms
to
are
put in
still
your pot,
selling well,
eh?
you'll be pleased to know.
Bearer or no, Lubor saved this town. And I spat in his face.
Two things I'm gonna do before I move on is, like,
So, your given name is Clive. I heard Lubor use it when he spoke to you. I'll be sure to write to Randalar and propose that Lord Clive Underhill of the League of Merchants be decorated for his services to the Republic.
like, there's no one by that name, you know that, right? It's just an alias I use for fun.
ginger and ginseng.
How about a few spicy sausages to put
So, you're going to join the Watch after all, then?
I am. Working down the mines made me strong. It's time I gave something back.
I'm just a miner. You know, I mine things from the ground.
Can I be the mayor when I grow up? You can, son. So long as you always think of others before yourself. And earn the love and trust of all of those around you.
It's a hard
The fellow who
life.
used to run this stall took to his heels.
Anything I can interest you in? Here you are. My thanks. Here you are.
I am here. Later. To the grave! Ambrosia.
Unwavering will and an unbreakable bond. Do you really think we're strong enough?
Save the world? Of course. To have overcome Father's political enemies. Of that I'm less certain. Especially knowing what we know now. What Mother was truly capable of. But perhaps these bands would have helped. Knowing he was with us would have made all the difference.
Crazy woman.
It's just back there. Father always fought for what he believed was right. It wasn't until that night at Phoenix Gate that I realized I had never fought for anything. I always had someone else to do the fighting for me.
That's not a bad thing, you know?
No matter how fate conspired against him, he never lost heart, never looked back, never stopped fighting. To me, he was the greatest of men. And I've been trying to live up to his ideals ever since.
We all have, Clive. We all have. And we'll keep trying. Because that's what he would have wanted.
What he would have done himself. Even if it meant standing against the very gods in the heavens.
I shall be borrowing this, Father, if I may. That you might watch over us. We follow in your footsteps.
We won't lay you down.
Onward then.
Onward.
And to a new beginning.
Quest complete.
Dun, dun, dun. Another one bites the dust. Dun, 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 dun.
Alright. Go back to Midadol. Finish this quest. Oh. Well, I thought he was gonna stay for until the end of Origin. Well, that's weird. Weird. Let's go back. Let's go to Midadol.
There's something about it.
Yes, I do need to kill this man for my super sword. I did say I'm gonna try getting partway through for my super sword. Where is my super sword? Mid's dungeon.
Mid.
Aw, you make it sound like I asked you to save the world.
Tell me, this is all?
It's most of what I need. After you left, I went over the figures again, and I realised I'd forgotten a 1, and a 0, and a cogwheel. Just a tiny one. Gears that small are a bastard to make, and I may have lost the one Blackthorn spent a fortnight toiling over.
Wait, the children. When they took apart your scales, there was a tiny brass. Now that I think about it, they didn't use it when we put the scales back together.
The young'uns? But why would the... You know what? I don't want to know. I'll keep working on the model.
To the auditorium.
Has Midadol mentioned a new project?
Sid!
She was in hide. She's just busy working.
A new invention? Is it an airship?
Do you think she'll let us help?
That just so happens to be why I'm here. She needs something, a brass gear. That's how...
Oh, the one
can you...
We saved it, just in case.
Since your lesson, we've been disassembling, then all the pieces that are left over, we keep under our bed.
That's...
Look! I found it! Is that all? Just the gear?
That's all for now. But I'll let Mid know about your...
Thanks, Sid.
Their horde. Damn kids and their grubby little hands.
Well?
They did.
Will it work? He's perfect.
What exactly are you going to use?
Only the most important. The wings aren't going to move on their own. But with the right cog and the right... well... that should do it. Here goes nothing. Titan's tits.
Titan's tits.
It wasn't supposed to fly, was it?
Of course it was supposed to fly. Wouldn't be much of an airship if it didn't. Honestly, these bloody engines are driving me mad. I was so sure this would be the day she soared. The Mithril engine was made to make dreams come true. But maybe this is one dream the world's better off without. Show folk how to take flying. It won't be long till they're raining death down on each other. People will lose their homes. Children, their mums and their dads. Like I lost mine.
I'm sorry.
So am I, Clive. So am I. Sorry that I have to choose. Do I follow my head, or do I follow my heart?
Good question. The first time I stood on the deck of your ship, felt the wind in my hair. It was like I was flying. But imagine how it would feel to actually do it.
My dad always said there were two ways of living life. Chasing a dream or shuffling to your grave. And he were right. Right about a lot of things. Not that I like to admit it. People need dreams to chase. Especially in a world like this. Right. When this is over, I'm gonna take all my Mithril engines to Zemeckis and sling them over the edge. I won't have my dream end up turning into someone else's nightmare.
But all that hard work...
All that hard work will not be used for war, Jamie. But it isn't like it'll be gone. Tell me, Clive, have you ever been on a treasure hunt?
Not since Joshua and I were boys. Why do you ask?
Because I'm gonna bury the engine schematics and leave behind a little riddle telling people where to find them. A really hard one, so that only the most dedicated dreamers will ever be able to work it out. Ooh, I can picture it now. Some daft general squinting at the words with a gormless expression on his mug. Like that one, yeah.
Right.
that quest complete?
Of course, if I'm putting this engine at the end of a treasure hunt, I'll still need to make... Won't be much of a prize if it couldn't even make a toy boat fly. My dad always... But it ain't the size of a dream that's important, is it, Clive? And I reckon I've got a fair few good uns left in me.
I'm sure you do.
Quest complete. Aiming high. Woo!
Let's go upstairs.
And even further beyond.
I will not let them be forgotten. Sid, may...
Of course.
It is an honor to finally speak with you. My name is Herman. I've been with the Cursebreak. I wish to be deployed to Ash.
No. The land... I will not send good men and women to... Why would you want to go back?
I need to retrieve something. I was raised in an orphanage. The Badbach, or rather... It was not a place of nurture. It existed solely to turn bearer children. We were tortured until we feared no pain. Tormented until our hearts, and few ever survived long enough to become tools of the last king.
I can't imagine.
I lost so many, but they must be remembered. The Institute was run with military precision. Every child measured. Every... Sid, allow me to travel to Ash and recover.
You are a good friend, but the fact remains that Ash is simply too...
Sid, please.
Too dangerous for you, Herman. But not for me. I'll go to Bad Backham.
You will?
I won't let you risk your life.
I don't know how to...
You can start by telling me...
Be the grace.
All right.
May the mother...
Well, you know, that's also in Ash, so right now I'm not doing Ash. Me myself. Oh, there's another letter for me. Well, time to go to that letter. Oh, letter.
Say what you will, Lady Karen has seen our shelter.
Is he still there?
First the skies.
Please don't. Oh god, why are you still there? Oh god. Oh, my plate is almost... Guardian's Ka. Briar's Kiss Signboard. Ye arrested Benhelm, Archduke Erwin's helm, born in victorious campaign to quail the Northern uprising, and later laid to rest upon his memorial stone. Now it sleeps in Clive's chamber, a constant reminder of the bravery and selflessness of the man in whom footsteps he and his brother mean to follow. Mid's dangerous dream of flight, immortalized in miniature. Though the experiment ended in failure, Mid had allowed Clive to keep hold of the model as the one once she re-owns this has grown. Renown has grown. He will sell the model for an exquisite amount of quill. Clive's old sparring sword, salvaged by Torgal in the aftermath of the Iron Invasion, and hidden at Clive's original hideaway, the Rooker. It is a reminder of who Clive once was and who he has become, as well as of the unbreakable bond between lifelong friends. Alright, let's see. Letter? Who has sent me a letter? Huh. Though the icon brought her much suffering, the loss of Shiva weighs heavy on her heart. We will be poor friends indeed if we not seek to lighten the burden, even but a fraction. Before we depart for the skies, I will speak on this more in private.
If Joshua's worried about Jill,
Prioritize. It's about Jill. It's always a priority. If you remember that you told me the night at Phoenix Gate that while the fate of Rosalia sits on my shoulder, the fate of its dominance sits upon yours. But are we not both dominants of fire? Does not the flame of our forebearers burn in both our hearts? Should I not protect you as you have protected me? You have chosen to be my shield. Now let me choose to be yours. Is there not what our father wanted? What Sid wanted? To cast aside fate and forge our own path. Grant me this, Clive. Let me be your strength. Yeah, I have Jill, so...
My beloved sons.
You did. I am not a fool to believe that a single shaming at the hands of the town's urchins can dispel a lifetime of hatred built up in the hearts, just as a pot cannot be made clean by reminding it of its grime, removing it, remaining it of its grime. It takes effort, persistence, and more often than not, a stiff brush and a bucket of lye. But more than that, it takes time. Fortunately, your courage and leadership have granted us just that. We must not now decide whether to embrace or to waste it. A wise man once said, the night is always darkest before dawn. It is a good thing that I count one who burns so bright amongst my friends.
That the two of you have been together for what probably feels like a lifetime. Now, but there is still a lot you have to learn about the hound of yours. I step in front of a bloody raging behind him if it meant protecting you. But that ain't mean you should take it for granted. At the end of the day, he's a hound, and sometimes he just wants someone to pat his head and rub his belly and give him a handful of coupons. You'll be good to remember that.
It's not time yet, is it? Somewhere in the back of my mind.
I always knew it would come to this.
It was only ever going to end this way, Jill. Either Ultima dies or we do.
I know.
But I still don't think I'm ready for it. And the thought of what you have to do makes me want to cry.
Don't cry, shout, scream, laugh. Do whatever you feel. Our friends make us who we are, make us better than Ultima.
Thank you.
But as long time ago, I swore that only the stars will ever see me cry.
And so for now?
I save my tears until the clouds part and the heavens return.
Be strong, Clive.
Go, Joshua, go. Joshua. Virgo?
Joshua, I don't think I'd realized how different, but since we returned from Drake's spine, I've felt it more and more.
I suppose it's not hard to imagine why.
She doesn't think she belongs anymore.
And that's why we need to remind her to let her know that we still need her, now more than ever. That you still need her. But how to do that? When last we were truly close, we were but children.
Of course. Do you remember the time we accompanied Father on his annual tour of the duchy? And Jill and I broke from the procession to ride up Man's Hill.
To see the snow daisies, I remember. It was the first time Father had allowed us to join him. And when he realized you were missing, he had the entire retinue down to the pot boys combing the countryside.
In the rain. A thunderstorm forced us to take refuge in a grove of oaks before we'd even made it halfway there. It was the Lord Commander who finally found us, and needless to say, he was none too pleased.
Then it seems you and Jill have unfinished business. What do you say?
Man's Hill. It's not that far.
Oh, true. Though I suspect it is also much changed. Little in southern Rosaria remains as it was when we were children.
You're saying I should go and scout the area for bandits?
I'm saying we should first go and see if there are actually still any snow daisies left. What would you do without me, Clive?
I'm not gonna do ADD thing. I'm gonna try and do this one straight. Okay.
This is the place, but...
I'm sorry, Clive.
There's nowhere been spared. What do we do now?
We keep looking. Man's Hill cannot be the only place where snow daisies grow.
Perhaps, but... it's the only place I know of. Knew of.
Then why not ask someone who might know of another?
Someone in the backyard? To the hideaway, then. Let's hope one of the gardeners knows where to find snow daisies.
There's something about it.
Many have I done? I'm pretty sure I only haven't done that much. Hoping this is a quest that lets me take Jill around the bow, no urgent.
Do you think Sid will tell us about his adventures in Ash?
I took the long way around, didn't I? I could have just gone.
brings you down from the heavens, Cid?
I need your advice. Joshua and I are looking for a place where snow daisies grow. Preferably in abundance.
Snow daisies. Then you'll want somewhere not too hot and not too cold. And where the winds are strong enough to carry the seeds. I reckon Man's Hill would be a good place to start. There in the Royal Meadows, perhaps? Both have similar climbs and the right elevation. If the Blight hasn't claimed them yet.
Right. Thank you.
Did you learn where we might...
The gardener here mentioned
the fields beyond Northreach. Well, if that's the case, then Yote was right. I recalled that she kept the record of our... So I asked her if she'd perhaps noted anywhere that's...
whose shores border the meadows.
The Jill quest is around. There's also the thing. Excuse me. No, it's right here.
Azir might at least have mentioned where in Northreach he'd be testing this recruit.
The garrison is threatening to pull their sentries from the markets if we don't call.
Oh, it's up there. Alright. That's something. You know what? Like, it's right there, so I'll go talk to the sentry person. And I'll unlock the other one.
The way things are going at the garrison, it'll be up to us.
A fortress?
Oh, there he is.
I'm nervous.
Well met, Cid. This is the initiate.
At your service.
Please, just Cid.
Oh, the sergeant says you'll be evaluating me.
To become a scout, yes. You are aware of the dangers inherent.
I am, but I swore I'd face them.
Who would that be?
Gav.
Gav. It was him who found no magic, no support, just one man and his nose. Came and sniffed me out. It taught me what one man can do, and I've been training ever since. So that one day,
I'm sure you clearly have good intentions, Ember. And it sounds like you're under no illusions. Stick to this path and you'll make a
So...
You haven't even started. Not far from here is an Imperial lookout, Eastwatch. The guards there record all their sightings in a logbook and bring it here.
And bring it here, right.
No. Sneaking into a heavily guarded Imperial outpost and stealing the logbook would be... You'll need to assess the situation, determine a point of entry, all without being discovered and thrown into an Imperial...
Ember, Gav isn't our best scout because he can do everything. It's essential that you know your limits.
Know my limits. I won't let you down.
It shouldn't be as dangerous as I made out. But keep a weather
on my way. All right, Ember. Impress me.
Also, the thing I need to
The
fight is
garrison
over
is
there.
threatening to pull their sentries from the markets.
So what I'm gonna do is unlock
I
the
would speak with this Duke.
new quest over here with the lady.
Your town needs you. I need you. But the Duke would have me clapped in irons.
Gay. Because they're gay. Which is awesome.
Do you have a moment?
What is it?
It's the Duke, unsurprisingly. His Eminence has assumed full control of the garrison and put every able-bodied... The town was left all but unguarded, so Philippe was compelled to form a citizen's watch. And though my dear boys have been characteristically willing to assist him in this, so I was wondering if...
Of course.
What? Thank you, Clive. Philippe told me he had...
Where can I find the mistress?
Here, my lady. To whom do I have...
My name is Sabine, and it is my displeasure to be the daughter of the Duke of Oriflamme, who I understand is causing you and your town no small amount of trouble. I wish to speak to you about what might be done.
Very well. Let us speak. I trust you'll forgive me, Clive.
Absolutely. Our conversation can wait.
Please, proceed.
As you know, my father is a most overbearing and supercilious man, and I join you in objecting to his every action. Indeed, I owe you my thanks for continuing to argue against his reckless plans. Yet I fear he is not one to be swayed by reason. No. He must be made to face the consequences of his actions.
And who would make him do this?
I would. Myself and several other like-minded individuals. Were you to join us, we would surely have the strength to drive him from Northreach for good.
Does that not seem a trifle drastic?
Drastic action is precisely what is called for. Unless you are content to see your people downtrodden and dispossessed. My father would have it that citizens exist only to serve the Empire. That they should be forced to make every sacrifice to ensure her revival. But he is wrong. It is not the people who must serve the Empire, but the Empire who must serve her people. He's always been like this. Scornful of the opinions of anyone he judged beneath him. But he cannot be allowed to ride roughshod over the common folk any longer. We must fight him. By all possible means.
Fight him? No. My purpose is to... Respectfully, my lady. Our only chance, while I understand your frustrations, I cling to the hope that he may yet...
False hope. But I see that your mind is made up. If you will extend me the same courtesy, I bid you good day.
She certainly has.
Indeed. But unfortunately for us, that's... which may be enough to seal the fate of this town. Not that she cares. This is all about her and...
Families.
I'm sorry. Well, yes, but perhaps it's better that you heard them from him.
Right away.
It's just a pity I cannot join you.
I'll prioritize this. It's a priority. But first, I'm gonna go do the thing with the place over at... next to Jill.
It's not only control of the garrison.
You
heard what she said? The Duke won't stop.
Oh, I thought that was locked. Woo!
Are vast. Where do we even start?
Yote mentioned the coastline. We can start there.
Good girl.
Faster!
Enough of you, are there?
There it is. Well, I'm over here. I think the fight I want to do is around. think it's over there. I see it. Oh no, it's just the trial thing. Be back there. Do that later.
This won't be easy. Don't get surrounded. Enough of you, are there? See them? I do. Flowers and our friends. That's better. Nice try.
Zantasuken!
What do you see, boy?
Minotaur.
Let's hope this is the last one.
Only one way to find out.
I needed that.
Zantasuken!
That was harder than But found her.
Do you think
she'll love them?
It appears my work is done. Well, we wouldn't want another thunderstorm now.
Thanks, bro. Best, bro. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Ah, you all right? You off then?
What? You don't think I was just saying this stuff about hiding my vengeance, yeah? But you know, I already found, or I've already a fine spot picked out and everything. But if you're going to go on this grand adventure, you'd need to be quick about your business. The road that you thought of yours take too long, and somebody might, or clever might beat you to the prize. I suppose in that case I could bear to you one of my lesser inventions. Goddess knows I've countless.
Jill.
There is? And where might...
It's, how would you fancy a trip to...
There are so many. This is what you wanted to show me. Yeah,
You don't need to say anything. The smile on your face is enough. We've been worried about you. Do you remember when I took you to Man's?
How could I forget? You saw me crying and thought a change of scenery might lift my... In the end, it earned me a nasty cough and a stern scolding from your mother. But I felt wonderful.
I'm sorry. I had no idea what I was getting us both into. But I couldn't bear to see you like that.
Before we left, my chambermaid told me she'd overheard your mother talking about my marriage prospects with some of the noblewomen at court. They were debating whether it would be more profitable to marry me off to one of the high houses instead of saving me for the ducal... No one thought to ask me what I want. I was nothing to them. A pawn at best.
I didn't know.
But I wasn't alone. You were there. Your hand in mine as we ran, and I knew then, no matter what, I'll never forget that. Before we broke camp, the morning after the storm, do you know what I did?
No? What?
I slipped away from my governess to climb the tor. And from there I saw a sea of petals, all reaching for the sun. And I realized that no matter how terrible the night, dawn would always come. That you would always come for me. And you have. Again and again.
Where do you see us? When all this is over?
Married with kids.
I don't know. Not here, though. I think I've outgrown the twins. After everything we've been through, the realm just seems so small. I'll need some space to spread my wings.
Then that's what you'll have. And I'll stop at nothing to see that you do.
Yay!
I never was much good at garlands, but it'll have to do.
I'll treasure it forever.
Thank you, Clive. For this, the flowers, for everything. It's exactly what I needed. You are my treasure. We should probably be getting back.
You're right.
And we'll do it together.
Quest complete. I'll let her rejoin the party. Oh, there she is. Yay! Bill has joined Clive's party and will remain with him until parting for Origin. I think I'm left. This one a bit more. Just a bit.
Do you see anything you like? You've a keen eye. An excellent choice.
Excellent.
So you are content to abandon... Please, if you were a true son of North...
That's exactly what I'm trying to, at least. The land is crawling with fiends.
Even when our true enemy is... Fine. You're not the only able... Thank you so much.
She cornered you?
Could hardly get a word in edgewise, like father liked.
She made an uninvited appearance at the fair, hoping to convince the dame to join her.
I bet that went well. Her ladyship seems to have a way with... Anyway.
Our mutual friend thought you might welcome...
Oh, she did, right as always. We've had some reports, you see.
They're back.
Seems that way. We haven't been able to confirm.
Right.
You know Grieger's Weep? One of the sightings...
I'm on my way.
Thank you, Clive. I'll look into one of the others.
I can only run around with one companion. It's going to be Jill. Sorry, Josh. Although there was a time where I could have both, but you can stay the hideaway with your girl. Try. Great. Gregor's cash.
it. The reports were true. I need to stop them before they get to the town.
Oh, Joshua's here too. Huh. Guess we have a full party. These like mini enemy thing isn't that hard to beat, because I can just do this. Zantasuken! Judgment cut! Hello. Alright, you bastards. Who's healing? Everybody dies!
It's over.
I guess I missed a few. Or the one. Torval, do your thing!
Clive! Are you alright?
I am. But it seems the reports... I dispatched the few that I found.
Well, there's something, I suppose. But what were they doing south of... We might be able to fend off an attack.
Do you have eyes in the north?
Some. I should probably go and have... You head back to north.
What do you mean?
Her ladyship's been busy working her stirring up ill feeling towards her father. But she'll have a march...
What? I'll do what I can to calm. Be careful out there.
Don't worry, I'm not like...
Alright, let me...
Do you not see, Father? The people of Northreach have given enough, and only a fool would ask for more.
Listen to me, Sabine. Where would our people be without their country, hmm? The Empire is their sword and their shield. It is she that ensures they can live without fear. And now she teeters on the brink. Without their sword, how will the people fight? Without their shield, how will they protect their kin? Can the unarmed stand against the advancing hordes? No. But there is yet hope. A new shield, a new sword. A new empire. We can rebuild Sandbreck, just as great Grieger wills it.
Perhaps we could, Father. But we don't want to. Not if it is built on the broken backs of the people.
Please, let us not quarrel in the street. You must see that no good will come of this. Our fight is not with each other, but with the threat that draws ever closer to our gates. A threat that your sword has yet to rid us of, Your Eminence.
You will hold your tongue, whore! You may have filled my daughter's head with your heresy, but I will not be corrupted.
Corrupted? Your daughter's opinions are her own, as you would know if you had ever deigned to listen to her. At least I hope they are your opinions, and not posturing born of a family feud. Northreach deserves better than that.
Northreach deserves better than you, Carla. Yes, I know who you are. The slut of Twinside who bedded a Branded.
Jealous, are you? That a woman might choose a bearer, over a pious man of Griega.
Clive! I met a swarm of thralls coming south from Oriflamme. Hundreds of them. Too many to count.
Oh, fuck. No. Work on the fortifications has scarcely begun. We will retreat to Caer Norvent and there make our stand. Did you hear me? That was an order!
While this is but a heartfelt plea, let us make our stand here and protect our homes. Protect those that we love. Together, for Northreach!
You heard the dame. What are we waiting for? Pikemen to the gates. Archers to the roofs. Quickly, come on!
But she is but a common...
whore, yes. And we'd follow her to the gates of hell. The men have their orders. I got them spaced out at regular intervals. Whichever direction the thralls strike from.
Thank you, Philippe. Rest assured the people will play their part. The herbalist has donated. Should any of your men be injured?
Thank you, milady.
I'll play my part too. You still want for numbers. I only hope I can go some way to evening. Philippe, can I leave the south in your hands? I doubt the thralls by the lake with a lot.
Of course. I'll lead a party down that way so we don't get taken. What about you?
I'll make my way up the road to Oriflamme. I fought a few of these things. And while I can't promise to hold them all back, I should be able to thin them.
All right. But take care.
Thank you.
You can thank us when it's up.
Till then, madame.
I have served the Duke for many years, and I hope to do so for many more. But I cannot turn my back on these people. Our people.
Nice.
Merciful creature, wherefore would you forsake me?
Father.
I want steel in the hands of every man.
If any get by, you can trust we'll be here to meet them head on.
Come on.
There are so many of them.
Not for long.
Ah, boo.
Is it over?
No. It's only just begun.
If only just begun. I think I can kill you. Aw, boo!
I wonder how the others... Better hurry back to town.
Clive.
And you. The road to Oriflamme, how did you and your men fare?
Well, we ended up fighting for our lives down by the lake. Took a few nicks, but nothing the girls at the Vale can't.
Glad to hear it.
Well, it seems we've survived. I thank you both for...
You were right, and I was wrong. I had thought that the only way to unite that without a strong hand, they would drift apart. To be borne hither and yon by the... But you, not by force, nor by the exercise of goddess given, but by simply being one of them. By knowing what they...
Our purpose was ever the same. You were merely distracted by a loftier vision of empire and glory, while our eyes beheld matters.
You have, as did you. His radiance said it himself. Sanbreque is no... I forgot that.
I'm sorry too. I should never have taken things. I only wanted you to understand how I felt.
Do not blame yourself, my dear. I should have listened to you.
Your Eminence, your ladyship. I do not doubt that you came here, but I believe the same could be... We all want safety, and we may yet achieve it. If only we... Will you join us in... Thank you, Your Eminence. Now that that is settled, I must go and see to the wounded. And today there are more than...
Madam Isabel is... In these... I see that it is not men like...
You're right.
Forgive me for saying so, my lady. But you still... The dame said it herself. We can turn things around. We just have to, and that goes for you. You're one of us now.
One of you.
Well said, Captain. Let this be a new...
Well, I should see if Isabel needs any help move.
Can we get you anything?
Great. Gregor's.
There's no need to worry any longer.
One of the dames, aren't you? Leave it to her to spot an able body.
There's Joe. Wait, is Joshua talking?
I saw several soldiers being carried to the Vale.
How goes the treatment? I'll be happy to man one end of a stretcher. Don't mention it.
Oh, but I must.
Tell me, if Northreach had fallen, what would you have done? A woman, but I sense you would rather have died. For you, madame, I have all the time in the world.
Very well. Long ago, I was Carla then. Courtesan to the... So sought after was I that it was only they who could have... Alas, those halcyon... For naive as I fell in love with her. He was my master's guard.
After they discovered us together, he was whipped bloody and forbidden from it, and so we fled. Not that we had anywhere to flee to. Until we found ourselves here. It was the veil that fed us. Those that could be healed, at least.
He passed away.
He did. Not long after we arrived, but at least we were able to share a few. It was the greatest gift, but the generosity of this town and her people, the men and women of the Vales, though I was still a stranger to them. And so I swore that I would always do the same, that I would return the kindness, that I would repay my debt to the Vale.
Thank you, Isabel, for sharing this with me.
You're a lot like him. Perhaps that is why I have such a... Never stop fighting, and I shan't. I know that it will not be easy to keep Northreach together. The people, the soldiers, all united in defense. And what of you? Can we count on your support?
Always.
Quest complete. Level up. Oh, or Carcom. Actually, I'm gonna stop for today. I have other stuff.
The hour fast approaches. The time is nigh, Ifrit.
What? You know, I have a name. It's Clive. I need to go cliving time. Do all the cliving. Why?
So what do I owe the honor? What do you want?
So I need 3 more pieces of Orkung, Dark Steel, and Primitive Battle Hammer, which is from that weird thingy. I might actually do this for...
Anything else?
First the skies, then the crystal.
I feel like a long lifetime. It was a lifetime ago. Afternoon on Man's Hills was our very first adventure, but somehow I knew even then that it would not be our last. I will never forget that day and the simple fact that you have not. It fills my heart. Joy so fierce I cannot describe. Since the moment we first met, you have always been an important part, the half that makes me. When times are darkest, you are my light. When I am lost, you are my guiding star. You are just what I need. You are all that I need. You are the greatest gift. Oh. Head. Here, not long removed from what last you placed yourself, us in peril, I sat and penned another letter in which I try and find the words to somehow express the gratitude of an entire town. Still, something feels different about our latest triumph. There is, where the past we learned, leaned ever so have get going. A fragrant diadem, handwoven by Joe from flower, placed on a shore of, picked on the shore of Olympiad Bay. The garland rekindled memories of a more important time and speaks of a love that can never fade. The symbol of the visual, veil, Norfish's far-famed house of ill repute. The hometown is the gateway to the Imperial's capital of Oriflamme, where waves of old money and new lap against the opposite sides of the Great Wall. However, the Vale's proprietor, Isabella, knows it best as a safe haven in a storm. The town that took in her and the man she loved when the rest of the world shunned her. Check, because maybe I can. Well, I'll be back. Chill. Oh, the Grim Reaper. Yeah, I can fight him, get the Dark Steel. But now, that'll be next time. I kill that guy, the Horn guy, and more. I need more pieces of Orichalcum, which I'm pretty sure that you get it through side quest. Yarr. For now.
What's on your mind, Clive?
I still can't believe you remembered the day on Man's Hill.
For so long.
Our lives have been defined by loss, but our memories, those no one can take. And if they truly are the only thing we can hold on to, then I want more.
So when this is over...
Let's travel the world and make new ones, and I will hoard them as a dragon does her gold. For my memory, with you are the most precious of all. No.
Right.
Look at that party. Look at that party. Right. That's it for me today. We'll see what I feel like tomorrow. See if I stream. Thank you for watching, and if you can, like and subscribe. Evening, afternoon.